Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so today we're going to do a Divine Masculine check-in. Let's see, actually, first off, let's get a message from the DMs to the DFs. What can we see for that? I want you to be my wife and I see us getting married. Ay, ay, ay. That always challenges me, but take it how it resonates. It's giving me the feeling that they have never met anyone like you, and if they were going to commit in that way, it would be with you. For some, they are starting to see the validity of marriage for the very first time. This is almost as shocking to me to read as a reader because it's so definitive as it might be for the Divine Masculines to actually feel this way about someone. It's pretty intense. So, wow. I want to ask the Divine Masculines a little bit more about that. So, okay, let's do it. So, Divine Masculines, that's a pretty like double confirmation. How did you come to this? Oh. I'm on my bouncy ball. It's quite squeaky. Sorry about that. We got yes, and I'm absolutely in love with you. So I guess they're sure in a way they've never been sure before. So, okay. I just heard for some that you've represented the only person that they've contemplated this degree of commitment with. So it doesn't mean that they're full-blown ready, willing, able to include you in their life this way, Divine Feminine. It does mean that you are the one person that has gotten them thinking along this level of connection. Divine Masculines, what can we know about this yes card? How sure are you? How sure are you about... Okay, so wait came out. There is absolute surety, but there is also a waiting period. Okay, why, Divine Masculines? Why is there a waiting period? What are you waiting for regarding this yes? I need more balance, and I want to start a family, or blend a family, or fur babies, or, you know, because they see it all. Marriage, family, commitment at very least. Again, take it how it resonates. They are sure. They have become sure that you are the one person that they have ever met that warrants this level of profound connection. But they need more balance, and so there is still a waiting period. Let's ask more. I'm going to go to a deeper level. I want some understanding here. What do you need more balance regarding, Divine Masculines? What is it? I can't even look at you right now. I'm too afraid to talk to you. And I think we should slow down. Okay. So there's fear. There might be shame. There might be guilt. There might be just too much fear. So they need to slow down. They need to pause. Let's ask some more. What is this? Why can't you look at the Divine Feminines right now, Divine Masculines? Because your light is so bright, Divine Feminines. It does illuminate. I'm just feeling like they need more balance, and your light is showing them at a distance what more balance looks like, Divine Feminine. I'm literally hearing that. They can't look at you because you're shining so brightly right now. It's too painful. It brings up too much for them. By contrast, I just heard, what is this fear about, Divine Masculines? Oh, if I follow you, I could lose everything. And yeah, nah, second guessing. I'm going to go deeper and deeper and deeper on this. So I'm too afraid to talk to you. If I follow you, I could lose everything. What is this everything that you fear you could lose? Divine Masculines, what is the everything to you? I just want you all the time. And reach out. So there's a self, a portion of self that they fear they could lose. They could lose their sanity, I just heard. They could lose their preferences, their opinions, their balance. They could lose their balance. They need to hold their own. They need to have their own opinions. They need to be whole. They need to structure their life in a way that they don't lose themselves to you, Divine Feminine, because they'll want you all the time. So the yeah, nah, what is this? I'm going to get 2 Divine Masculines. What is the yeah, nah? What is the yeah that you go for? My life started when I met you. So they came alive on a new level when they met you. You showed them something that's a 100% yes, the part that they want to have this kind of level of commitment with you. What is the nah? Maybe, and they are waiting for you. The last remaining attachments, expectations, second guessing, any external things, they have to come to it on their own fully, and that means divine timing. It has to be just right. I could ask the Divine Masculines one more level of this. What will be your proof, Divine Masculines, for it to be just right? What is that going to be? What was it? Something over here? I worry about us a lot. So when the fear is gone, when it's time, I just heard when it feels like the fear is gone, when there is no more detectable fear, that's when they know that it's appropriate. What is the most, okay, so we got what the fears were for the Divine Masculines personally. What is the fear surrounding the us part of this? Divine Masculine, what is the fear around that? Love is the answer, but I feel the same way. I worry about us a lot. I just literally heard that they're concerned that if there is ever a difference of opinion or a contrast or anything difficult, that you are the last person on the planet that they would want to be at odds with. They would rather run away than be at odds with you to your face because it hurts too bad. Oh, that took my breath away. They know love is the answer, so they're working on self-love so that they can match your light, I just heard. Okay, that was an interesting deep dive. Let's get into the daily Divine Masculine reading. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through for the Divine Masculine Collective. What are the DMs thinking about the connections? What are they feeling on the heart space? What are they wishing for the connection? What action are they taking? What is the biggest challenge at this time? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where is the energy in the DM polarity moving? I also got a beautiful new deck of cards. What is this one? It's so lovely. The artwork is fun. The Naked Heart Tarot, and that was from Anna, along with a brand new bouncy ball, but I'm going to use it in my new place, so thank you so much, Anna. Okay, these are going to be from the Divine Feminine side. What can we see for clarification or added information specifically directly as it relates to what the divine feminines need to know. Okay, divine masculines on the conscious mind. They haven't seen this balance, reciprocity, the equal give and take. There are still things they're waiting to see. We saw that in the beginning message, that they need more balance. They need to see certain things more accurately, more truthfully, with more self-love, so that they can give and take equally and not just come in and devour you. Divine feminines. What is it that we can see for the feminine? Two of Pentacles. This is going to happen bit by bit over time. It's a new foundation. There are choices to be made. There are decisions that the divine masculines are facing. So divine feminines, at a distance, energetically, strive to do this in the physical. This has been a big message with this full moon. Let your yes be yes and your no be no, and only commit to things, only say yes to things that really feel right to you, that are in full alignment, and create a new life, a new foundation based on integrity, authenticity, and complete yes being yes kind of energy, so that as your divine masculine comes into that as well, there is a compassionate fairness already established. The character of each of you is so pristine then, and when you come back together, when you come together for the first time, for some really to get to know each other, your character is dialed in. So divine masculines are really understanding that cutting edge that is balance. What that's like to show up as a balanced individual into connection. So a lot of practicing this in our respective independent lives right now. What is the feeling on the heart space for the feminines? All grief, mourning. It's a sticky situation in the heart space right now. Things aren't moving ahead. This is interesting because oftentimes, because we talk so much about the divine feminine side of things, the perceptions, and I saw this in the comments of my YouTube videos recently, where there was a lot of gratitude for seeing compassionately and empathizing with what it must be like for the divine masculine polarity. This is the perfect example. I do want to say that in a private session earlier today, it really came through again crystal clear. Divine masculines, they take one for the team. They know that not reaching out, not communicating when things are difficult, ghosting, being MIA, those things affect people. They know that, but they also know that the unconditional love in these scenarios outweighs it, and that it is important to focus on self. It is important first and foremost to listen to divine guidance. There are instances when people do ghost, when people are rude, when people do things on purpose just to be bleep bleep. On the twin journey with true divine counterparts, with true divine masculines, sometimes the silence is divinely guided. And so this is one of those expressions that they are getting the no. Don't go forward to the divine feminine. Wait. You don't have enough balance. There isn't this yin-yang integrated balance to go forward yet. The Emperor, the masterful control, precision, isn't in place yet to warrant going forward, and the divine masculines are torn apart by that in some regard. This is a card of grieving past scenarios in your connection where they haven't had the balance necessary to move this forward as well. So there is some mourning and some grieving past opportunities, missed opportunities. Six of Pentacles, divine feminines, you are getting the same message here. You want equal give and take. You don't want half-assed. You don't want imbalanced. You don't want a repeat of a karmic situation. Fully let go. divine feminines, because even energetically, when you're hanging on, when you're holding to your divine masculine, there can't be a disconnect so that a rebirth can be had that comes from an unbalanced past history, even ever so slightly, to this pristine and appropriate new balance. Let go of the old version of your DM so that your true DM, your healed DM, or some other form of love can come in for you. Don't hang on to the DM that you've experienced so far. Totally let go and be receptive, truly balanced and receptive to what is meant for you, divine feminines. Reciprocity is the name of the game, and if your divine masculine is the one to bring that back in, or who you think is your divine masculine, then so be it. If it's somebody else, desire that balance above all else and let go of anyone. Your DM is not bringing you that balance right now, or you wouldn't be watching this. So take a deep breath and admit that to yourself and let go. You deserve the best. You are worthy of love. Commit to self and say that you're open to receiving that love, that reciprocity, no matter how the universe or the divine brings it to you, divine feminines. What are the DMs wishing? I love it when we get the wish card in the wish position. This happens a lot. They're wishing for progress. They're wishing for solutions regarding karmic situations, children, exes. I heard the dissolution of marriages and things like that. They're wishing for progress in this connection, but they are wishing to focus on all of the things that represented the imbalances, all of the past scenarios that haven't been fully balanced out yet. They need healing. They're wishing to have the safe space to complete the things, pick up the pieces of the previous lives. Really, it's that profound when we're going from the karmic ways of being to this new ascended type of connection. It's quite dramatic sometimes, the accountability we have to take to close those doors, to learn from the lessons, to integrate. So they are wishing to just literally be in the energy, in the permission to really take care of business without pressure. They need a little bit of a pause right now. And divine feminines, 7 of swords. So I'm just hearing, give them that privacy, divine feminines. You don't need to know, because their karma doesn't have anything to do with you. It's theirs. As much as that you think they are your twin and that you should be privy to it, do not need to know, divine feminines. If you need to know, your divine masculine would be sharing things with you, and they likely are sharing some details on a need-to-know basis. If you don't need to know it, it means that it is their karma and it has nothing to do with you. Don't take it personally. Let them have it. Let them have their privacy. Pretend they're in the bathroom for an extended period of time and you don't want to hear or smell what they're up to. Divine feminines. Okay, what actions are being taken? Wow, we got the lower, or the major and the minor arcana of this blocked vision, hanged man energy, both in the reverse. So this is the crossroads, blocked vision, not knowing which way to go. In the reverse, it's my card of choosing love over fear and being able to see very clearly the inner workings of that. The hanged man is when the universe puts us in that headlock. This is when we do it to ourselves because of previous beliefs or outdated ways of thinking, misguided stuff, and this is when we kind of start seeing the light and we start moving again. This is when the universe puts us in the headlock and makes us address things, makes us see things a different way. In this deck, when it's like this, it's like boing! I see it, I didn't see it. And that's the same message here. I was blind, but now I see. So they are divine masculines. Wow, yeah. In the reading yesterday, it was so profound. If you haven't watched yesterday's DM reading, go ahead and do that, because it's literally like the DMs are in backstage in the universe and looking at earth life, looking at the 3D, looking at the surreal nature of what we buy into here and the things that concern us and all of it. They're looking at it from behind the veil. They've stepped onto the behind the scenes look at it, and now all of a sudden, ding, 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 they are looking at reality across the board through these new eyes. That is a certain conscious mastery. Feminines, what would you need to know about that? The star. This is in the reverse, so this is a pause energy. This is the same kind of thing as letting the divine masculines have some privacy right now. I want to say privacy just to say privacy. I never say privacy. Okay, anyways, the star is a little bit of a wait. It's a little bit of a becoming. We got that energy a few times here. I know everyone, divine feminines, if you're saying, oh gosh, not more waiting, this might not be the journey for you. Drop in and understand. You don't have to wait longer. You can go date other people. I double dog dare you to just, have fun. And trust yourself. You don't have to be bound into relationships. You can have open, transparent, free flow connection. That doesn't mean you will be unavailable if your DM comes back in. It doesn't mean you're misleading somebody that you're with. In this day and age, people can be adults and navigate connection and move forward slowly when it's justified. You don't have to rush into something and get all bound up in something. So let me repeat that. Dating is not synonymous with being taken off the journey, away from your DM, off your path, out of your true alignment. Don't date if that's what you're doing, but do know that you have a little bit more time before your divine counterpart shows up in this commitment energy. It has been a heavy theme since September of 2021 that the DMs are considering what it means to partner, what it means to have true commitment, what it means to collaborate, what it means to actually be connected with one other person on their heart of hearts. That takes time. Our world is not geared to that currently. There are a lot of covert expectations regarding relationships and fulfillment. A lot of undermining things that don't really support the existence of true love, and those things are embedded, heavily saturate our societies. I'm sure if you jotted a few down, you'd see them instantly. Some of the assumptions that undermine true connection about relationships or how available actual love really is, for instance. All of those things are being rewired on this destined path. And we are all en route right now, but it's going to be a little bit of a process still. So don't tell yourself you have to wait. Don't tell yourself not waiting means that you will be taken, but it might be. And you could have got your DM wrong. You could have needed a lesson in feeling worthy and chosen by multiple people so that you're not so antsy to bind just one person into this kind of a relationship. That message, I just about went I ranted yesterday. I'm feeling it amping up again. Stop thinking in such legalistic, cut and dry, black and white, yes and no terms. Open your mind, open your heart, divine feminines, and really understand what it means for you to be the one that gets to choose who and how someone comes towards you, and if they are meeting the things that make your heart sing in a connection. Yes, that's a really delicate thing to say, because when we start going into it, there are so many buts, ands, ifs that come up to the surface. So Divine Feminines, what would it be like if you had multiple choices and you dared to believe that there was more than one person that could fulfill your request from the universe for love and happiness, and you got to decide which one of them? Have you ever legitimately put yourself in that train of thought, Divine Feminines? No, you've probably been in the I've got to take it while it's there. I've never met anyone better than my DM. All of these things can be starting points, but challenge yourself to believe that you can have something even better than you have previously connected with. This is the kind of deep work, and no, you're not going to think yourself into loneliness with this. There is an abundance encoded in what's coming through right now. No, it doesn't mean you're going to leave everyone else behind and become very, very, very lonely. Keep on this train of thought, Divine Feminines, and give yourself a reality check that you want the best one for you. And there might be more than one. That does not mean you have more than one twin flame, but it means you could be misguided or closing off to the real thing somehow, and you need to come into receptivity. I've heard it said that the angels know that there are 5 options at all times for all of us. Just think about that. Okay, what is the biggest challenge for the Divine Masculines? Oh, that blocked vision, the love versus fear, and figuring out which it is. We just had this same card with the Hanged Man, and looking at life through this lens of clearing the assumptions. So that's the biggest challenge, continuing to do that. I'm seeing someone with a scythe going and clearing through a jungle. So it's kind of like that. It's a jungle out there, DMs. So keep up the good fight. This is seeing through conversations, seeing through motives, seeing through choices every single day. It is a process. This is why it's called mastery. So for the DMs watching, keep up the good fight. This is how it happens. It's not an easy task, or everybody would come by it naturally. The world would be a different place. Let's make it an easy task by demonstrating how to do it, because it's a skill that our peoples of the world have forgotten somewhat. And you're not the only one. Don't be sheepish. Understand that we're all learning this. We're all coming out of a delusional state of barbaric energy on the planet. It is up to us to see a better way, to see the love, not fear, and to demonstrate that in action and deed, actually. And it is an interesting thing, because there is a lot of illusion and counterfeit or misguided or ill-equipped or immature energy that masquerades as authentic love. And yes, it's easy to get entrapped in that, but not if you drop into your heart and really listen. So, what can we see for that, Divine Feminines? 7 of Pentacles, more waiting energy. Wait for your Divine Masculine to figure all of this out through their own karmic process. Give them the privacy in their washroom right now. What is the solution? Exactly. To overcome the world, it's about discernment. It's a masterful discernment. So Divine Masculines, you're coming into, I want to say it again, the upper echelons of discernment. You are a specialist. You are a divine instrument. You are a trailblazer, light worker, earth worker, starseed, sent, incarnated at this time on planet Earth to bring the people through the ascension and to implement new templates for a legacy, energy of peace on earth. Yes, it takes commitment. Yes, it is a work in progress. Yes, we're getting close. Yes, we're ascending, transcending, and it happens one intuitive, discerning motion at a time. Keep it up, Divine Masculines. You've got this. Oh, we got 2. Ooh, 3. We got 10 of Pentacles. Yes, it's for the long-term success. We don't want to rush the process, Divine Femmes. Movement of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords. So no communication, and the Lovers. So communication in the reverse and seeing the higher love, though. So give space. I'm getting a don't reach out to your Divine Masculine right now. You're investing in the long term. Give space. Allow the process, Divine Feminine. So if some of you were like, do I reach out? Do I encourage them? Do it energetically right now. Tap into this higher love and believe your Divine Masculine, whoever they may be, has got this. If the person that you're watching this video for is a karmic partner, a karmic twin, is even as far disintegrated as an abusive situation, let go of that. Allow for whoever it will be that aligns with the higher love to be the one that shows up for you, Divine Feminine. Show up for yourself by letting go of anything that is not showing up and warrants your love. Totally let go, Divine Feminines, so that the Divine Masculines have no other option than to really do this work. They have given the Divine Feminines that liberty. It's the Divine Feminine's turn to give that to the masculines. I sincerely want you to hear that, everybody. Okay, what is the next motion for the Divine Masculines? Wow, we get the 8 of Wands back to back again. So this was the spirit guidance. Pay attention to that discernment and leave the worldly assessment of things. Choose the love over fear, and they will be in action deep within on this spiritual resonance, choosing the one truth that sticks out in the crowd, that is the clear choice, that is the love-filled choice. They're going to start seeing through fresh eyes, and that will illuminate like a strike of lightning every place. It will be so crystal clear. Look at, none of these even really have light, and yet there is this one yes. It's that yes we saw at the beginning. It's the yes that is 100% yes. The yes that means yes when it says yes. There's just one. There's one clear path. Divine Masculines are becoming the specialists in yeses. So they can say a yes wholeheartedly to these connections and mean it beyond a shadow of a doubt. No insecurity, guesswork, nothing. When these unions come in, it's going to be yes from both. The Heart of Wands. This is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So that's my Divine Feminine card. So Divine Feminines, your masculine is a work in progress. The Queen of Wands in the reverse says you are too. So remove your focus from your Divine Masculine and really come into your glow up. What is your purpose? What is your mission? What is making your heart sing? Focus on that. There is never a shortage. You are an infinite, abundant being. If you are at a dead end, out of ideas, feel like you've reached the top, you're wrong, and you're wrong. Keep glowing. Keep going in your own motion right now. There's more abundance than you think. If you feel like you've already arrived, take it higher, Divine Feminines, because your Divine Masculine is really coming into a single focus. Nearing light speed, I just heard. Okay, let's get a card for the divine masculines that watch this. I know you're out there. I have a pretty high divine masculine viewership. According to the stats, I've got nearing 15%. I think that's a little bit awesome. So thank you, divine masculines. Heartwave resonator, ecstasy, rapture, flux, and amplification. Rapture is an interesting word. It does mean elation. It means love. We're transcending something. And yes, we are ascending. Rapture is when we let love tow us, renew our chances, our hope, give us a new life. It is like the second coming. It is the judgment day, the end time stuff, the end of the worldly alignments. Once you align with this spiritual energetics, it does pull you out of linear time and space. You do have a much more flux indicates flexibility and changes. Go with the flow. You have much more balance as you navigate uncertainty. You have much more amplified exchange, reciprocity, contribution. You become potent, virile, divine masculines. When you channel this sacred energy, it's like nothing else. So keep coming into that incredible mastery, divine masculines. What can we see for the divine feminines? Wow, seal of fulfilled transformation, alchemy, metamorphosis, and karmic completion. Focus on your own karmic completion. All of the divine feminines, you know, we focus a lot on the divine masculines, but you have things you're cleaning up and finalizing, the pieces of the lives that you've been up-leveling through, becoming extraordinary through your metamorphosis. So keep focusing on your independent, individual karmic completions. Do everything you need for that. And understand the alchemical process that happens when you do go through the motions to finalize your karma. The lessons support you. The ideas generated from the clarity and wisdom you gain from closing out your karma and taking accountability for it, never mind anyone else, your sovereign rite of passage. As you clear karma, you undergo a metamorphosis that alchemizes the new. And it's beautiful, that process. Duality, contrast, trust, and balance. Keep working on your balance. There is mirroring here. Divine masculines are stating they need more balance. That means there are areas that you can have more balance and more trust, sight unseen. Have faith, divine feminines. Everything is exactly as it should be. Let's get a message from the divine feminines to the divine masculines. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. No, really? I want to experience life with you and I want to get married. Oh, I'm going through my second divorce. These are hard for me to share. But at the same time, the message is consistent. Divine masculines wanted to get married, and so did the divine feminines. Oh, let's reinvent marriage, everybody. Let's do it in a way that it means something really, really sacred. Okay? All right. Much love. Bye for now.